The next thing we want to talk about here is network. So this is the VIC stuff. So the 425, 825s, first thing is if you want MLOM, you're going to be looking at the 425. That we kind of distributed the workload and capabilities across the two. So they work together in tandem. But if you just have the 425, that's going to support MLOM, which is great. It's supported on the 210 series. You can create up to 256 virtual interfaces, whether it be VHBAs or virtual host-based adapters, or whether it be VNICs. Awesome. But here's the thing that I really like is this right here and this right here. We have receive side scaling, which essentially allows us to process TCP traffic on this board instead of sending it to the main processing unit. This is going to save us processor clicks for the main system processor. So that's called receive side scaling. That's been supported since the dawn of time. But what I really like is my other, I have a whole nother life, and it's called ACI, Application Centric Infrastructure. For me, it's really important for these hypervisors and these bare metal servers to, out of the box, support VXLAN and NVGRE communication, right? And Geneve, but VXLAN and NVGRE from your vSwitch to vSwitch, super important right now in application-centric infrastructure, right? So these guys actually support it right out of the box. I love that. Now, the bridge, all this is doing is bridging the 425 to the 825 in the event that you want to add that secondary mezzanine card. It routes signals from the mezzanine card to the IFM using MLOM, right? Okay, lights out management. Specific to the 425, 825. X-Fabric cards will utilize mezzanine connectors to X-Fabric modules. And again, it lives right here between the two mezzanine cards. You'll see the connector here, and I didn't get a video of that. So Scott, that's something we're going to work on getting that video next week. Now, the throughput. Again, I'm not going to read everything to you here. It supports 25 gig per VNIC, right? VNICs needed for maximum bandwidth, 2 for the 425, and 4 with the 425 plus the 825. In this scenario, you are going to have to use that bridge. In this scenario, you will not. So if you are not using the 825, here's your 425. It's acting just like tradition states. Notice it's 425 gig connectors. There's your 425 gig connectors. What I love is that we advanced past, the 1400 series and, like the 12 and 1300 series, where now these these lanes are port channeled automatically. So this is where we get our load balancing redundancy. I like that. That's groovy. That's great. Out of the box. How? Love it. So yeah, it does create port groups. You don't have to do anything. This is already done for you. Yeah. Note that the MLOM slot has a connection here to CPU 1. If we decide to stick in the second one, the 825, this is where the 14,000 series bridge is going to come in. And you're going to notice that I actually have now 4 more lanes, 2 to each one of the Intelligent Fabric modules. And yes, we do utilize, you can't really see it here. I guess we'll select a different color here. But port group A is actually going to be using the 1425 to get out to the IFM. Port group B, same thing over here. Now, with that said, the 825 connected will start utilizing that second CPU. So if you don't have a second CPU populated, you're going to have a bad day. Make sure that's that's integrated there. This is just another example, but what we wanted to show was, yeah, and I think that should be okay. But yeah, essentially, this is just showing you how everything's connected from the mezzanine cards to the RAID cards. So yeah, here are the two. This is the 825. This is the 425. They have their main ASICs with the two 25 gig connectors. This is just another block diagram showing you how it communicates to the processor and then how the processors communicate to the RAID. Okay. I can dig it. Here is an example of populating the CPUs. CPU 1 and CPU 2 being integrated here. So what do we have available? Okay, we got 16 channels available. Cool. Right on. I'm not, I'm not gonna go through all of that comparison there. But we do have a supported trusted platform TPM module. That actually lives in the back here. So we do have a TPM module. It is the socket is underneath the mezzanine card on the main system board. It is not on the mezzanine card. The socket is under your 825, your 14825.